disappointing for sure. Obviously, the goals are pretty soft overall. We talked about how they like to cross the ball early. Yeah, we didn't do well with those. Obviously, the red card makes it very difficult for us. But saying that, I thought the second half we probably deserved a little more. Had some good chances. We defended well. We showed a little bit of character in tough circumstances. Unfortunate to give one up there at the death, but I thought we should have had one to make it an interesting game. So second half was much better.
Just going back to the red card, Julian is a kid that has a bright future ahead of him. But as he's picked up a couple cards this season. What's ahead for him as he matures and gains experience?
Well, the future is very bright. He's obviously a great talent. He has a great mentality as well. He's a guy that plays like he's much older than he is. So yeah, I think he's going to have an excellent career, and he's a guy that you want to have on your team. So about the red card, it's unfortunate. He's going into the challenge, at a pretty fast pace. Nowadays with the VAR, they're going to call that his studs are up. But for me, I think it's pretty soft. I thought it was harsh, but the refs made their call, and that's it.
Defensive improvements have really been in the focus for this club the last couple of seasons. What's important here in the off season for this team to focus on, not collectively, but also individually as well?
I mean, that's up to the leadership of the club, the coach, whoever, if it's Dom. That's up to those guys on what they see is in the future. So I know for me, it's just about recovering now. It's been a crazy year and a crazy 4 months with games every three or 4 days. So now it's just recovery, and then back to it in a couple weeks, working on fitness again. So
we'll go next with Josh Gesman. Josh, go ahead.
Hey Perry, thanks. But I have to imagine that the coaching change between Guillermo and Dom, there's probably a real sort of shift in how they like to do things, that type of thing. How do you think the team responded to Dominic Kinnear in these last 3 games? And is this a guy you could see, being a head coach for the LA Galaxy long term after this?
Absolutely. I thought we responded very well. Obviously, that's not an easy situation, but, starting off with the Salt Lake game, it was a great response. Obviously 3 points. Seattle game as well. Might have even played better against them than we did against Salt Lake, but they scored at the end and we get a draw. So yeah, I think the guys respond very well to how Dom wants to set up the team. And I think he seriously has to be considered for the role. Yeah, I mean, he's a great coach. He's a great guy. So again, that's up to the leadership, but he definitely, had control of the locker room, and the guys respect him very much. So we'll see what happens.
What is if you could say one thing that he does, the best out of all it, what's that one thing that he sort of can plant in your mind, or just changes he makes? What is that one thing?
I feel like he's great managing the whole squad. I feel like everyone has a clear picture of what's expected of them and what they need to do to succeed, and he gets everyone to buy into what we have to do to get results. And for me, that's a huge thing that you want out of your head coach. And I think he's been doing that very well the past week.
Yeah. Does that help you in particular? Because you seem to have sort of come alive a little bit with Dom there as well.
I mean, maybe. Again, it was a week. I've known Dom for a while, been around him for the past 3 years. But yeah, I feel like again, guys responded well to his methods, and I think outside of tonight, obviously a bit unfortunate with the red card and whatnot, but I thought we responded well.